course the Sydney Morning Herald and the Age and all these other trashy pieces of garbage fucking media are going to do hit pieces about March for Australia. That has to happen. They have to do this. These pieces of trash aren't even absorbent enough to be considered toilet paper at this stage. They represent the moneyed interests that absolutely must keep mass migration happening in Australia. They have to do that. Their businesses depend on it. They represent very powerful forces globally and nationally in Australia that want to fuck your country, Australia. They want to fuck it. And so they have to keep pumping this shit in there to try and keep the normies from questioning the narrative. We're 4 weeks out from what is going to be one of the biggest protest events in the history of Australia. And they know that if we hit the critical number of 3.5% of the population moving to this side of the fence, they're fucked. All they can do now is personally target people and have a crack at events like this that everyday Australians want to attend and want to have a voice at. They're going to keep smearing everyone with Nazi, 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 because that's all they've got left. Think about that. You have cut through so hard, Australia, that all they can do is label you as a Nazi right now. In the last week, we've seen coordinated attacks from all sorts of different angles and people. Influencers, freedom leaders, mainstream media, politicians, everyone's banging on. Everyone's going at it. But you know what? That's because the Overton window is shifting. The reason they're throwing flack at you right now is because you are over the target so hard and you are absolutely penetrating with the bombs that you're dropping. The digital army is mobilized. Real Australians are activated and they've never seen this before. Not like this. They know. They can feel it. Trust me. They're scared. They know what's coming. You think that the work experience kids from the SMH that wrote this piece of garbage, like this piece of in-depth journalism, would have reached out and asked me some questions? I'm not hard to find. But they didn't. And you know why they didn't? Because clarity cuts through the message. They would never have had a hope debating me or asking me a question. I would have pulled them apart like a hot fucking chook. And they know it. Jump onto my YouTube channel and you'll see a bunch of conversations like this one with mainstream media where I've spoken about the motives behind the MFA, why it's happening and why it can't be stopped now. The NSN connection here is loose, ridiculous, and almost laughable. But that's what the mainstream media are going to do. They're running cover and a protection racket for their mates in the lobbied interests that don't want this to change. Australia, your country is being stolen from you. This is your last chance to take it back. This is your last chance to get a hold of the thing that was gifted to you, the inheritance, the birthright that you have for Australia. Now we need to take action. See you on October the 19th.